Okay, this... Aww. I have to do it this way, it says. Okay, so this is my shelf. Now I'm going to turn this around and hopefully I'll get it lined up because I'm going to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm looking to see if I can see it online just to make sure I'm lined up right. So if you give me just a minute before I start showing books, I will do this thing. Maybe. Here it is. Okay. Looks like I got it lined up. Okay. So first I'm going to show you, let's see, we're talking about Animally, so I'll show you that one. This is Animally. It's a nice big book. It's not really hard pages. It's not board pages, but it's not light pages either. And it has stuff in it like, I love you cleverly like a fox. And turn a couple other pages here. I love you hungrily like a shark. I love you musically like a lark. I love you exceedingly like a giraffe. So it's all different animal-based things where you and your little one can just enjoy each other with neat words. Okay, so that's that one. And then I've got A Tale of Two Beasts. This is one of my favorites. It's two sides of the same story. And this is regular pages. They're good quality, I would say. But she talks about how she goes into the woods and she finds this creature. And she takes him home. Shows him to her friends. Tries to put clothes on him. Okay. And then it shows the beast side of the view, where this strange creature finds him and does funny things, and then he goes off into the woods. And at the end, they decide that neither of them are so terrible. And it all works out. So it's a really cute story. I like it. Okay, and then I've got, let's see here. How Big is a Million is a really fun little book. It's Pipkin the penguin. So cute. Asking his mama how big is a million. And she tells him other numbers, but they don't quite get to a million until the very end. And in the back, there is a poster that is huge that actually has a million teeny tiny little stars on it. So it's really neat. Really neat. Okay, I want to show you this Academy book, because the Academy books are really cool. And we have two new ones. And they have, it says stickers, poster, and press out model. But you start out in the front, it's got part of the model there inside the front cover. And of course this is Architect, but it explains how different things work. It shows like floor plans. It's got, you know, how they set up things, what different things they have to do. It's got some fun stuff to do in the middle of it, in with it. It's got a game that you can play, and the pieces to go with it. It's got this, here's the poster. It's really neat. And the other, more parts of the puzzle. So that's just a really fun. The Academy ones, they're very informational and they're very fun. And then another one that I was really curious about before I got one myself was, this is not a math book. And it's not a math book, but like it says on the back, art and math go hand in hand. So what it is a doodle book. It has, in the front of it, has this grid, and it uses a grid in a lot of places. But it does talks about angles, Talks about circles and triangles, hexagons, how to make different shapes and how to make them interlock and interact, and perspective, more triangles, how to make optical illusions. I don't know if you can see that down here. Coloring things. The idea is to try to color it so that, see, 3 colors but no 2 touching each other. So that's a fun little thing. And then different things in the back for making your own based on what it talks about earlier in the book. So I think that's a really neat thing. And we've got, for educational purposes, we have the Children's Encyclopedia, which is a nice, this is the, what they call the reduced format. They actually have bigger hardcover ones, but this is a reduced format. It's paperback, but it has all the same information in it that the big one does. And it's illustrated, and it has information about just about everything a kid would want to know. So it's a really good buy. And this is only $15.99 for this huge encyclopedia. And also, the big picture thesaurus, this is one of the first ones I got because I'm a words person. And this is kind of like your basic thesaurus, only with pictures. So it's got, you've got your colors, like yellow, they have lemon, sunny, saffron, spotted, dotted, polka dot, ochre, gold, mustard, is different kinds of yellow, and then plus the, you know, with the dotted there. And then it's got your different shapes over here. It's just, each page has a different things that it gives you different words for. This is for telling a story. You got where, who, what happens, who do they meet, what will they need, what happens next, what happens in the end. Gives them all this building blocks to write a neat story. So that's kind of cool too. I think they're all cool. That's why I keep saying they're cool. I wanted to show you one of our Shine-a-Lights, because Shine-a-Lights are just cool. This one's the human body, and I think this is one of the ones Jacqueline has. And when you look, it's got a little bit there, but then when you put a light behind it, you can see more. Can you see that? I can't tell if you can see that or not. I'll put a brighter light so I can be sure you'll see it. There you go. Now you can probably see it. So, each page has something else that's behind it like that. And that's what the Shine-a-Lights do. And, Muddle and Match. Muddle and Match are fun. They have, each page has an alliterated little story. I'm going to move these books, they're going to get in the way here. I'll put them back up after. Okay. Each page has an alliterated story, and then you can mix and match to make different stories. And that's what makes it fun. You've got a whole bunch of different stories available then with one book. So that's a really fun thing. And let's see here, what else have I got? Oh, the 5-minute bedtime stories. Each story takes about 5 minutes to read. It's got let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stories in it. And it comes with a ribbon bookmark, which is fun. And these are like whole new stories. These aren't your old classics. These are new stories. And so they're fun. They've got pages where there's not a lot of pictures, and they've got pages where it's mostly pictures, and But either way, it's fun to read anytime, but at bedtime is a good time to read, always. Okay, and then for some of the slightly older kids, this one's for like 7 to 11, I think. But I enjoyed it, and I'm 47, so. But this is the new Exilim Beast series. It's the boy is into video games, and he ends up with this shape-shifting robot that he can actually get inside of, so that makes it really neat. It's mostly text. It's a chapter book, but it does have the occasional picture, both to help break it up a little and to help see what's going on. So that's pretty neat. And right now there's 4 books in the series, and I looked up the author, and there's more, but we don't have them yet, so we're kind of excited about getting them in the future. One of my favorite series, The Impossible Quest. You kind of have to get all 5 books because it's one story in 5 books, and the ends of the books are terrible cliffhangers, but it's such a good story. It's these 4 kids have to find things that they don't think they'd ever be able to find, which is why they call it the Impossible Quest. A dragon teeth, sea serpent scale, unicorn horn, and griffin feather. And so they have to find these things in order to rescue their castle, which is Wolfhaven Castle. And it follows them as they go through and do this, and it's very cool, very cool. And let's see here. Oh, the Mapmaker Chronicles. This is another new series. This is following Quinn, who's a young man. I think most of these have their heroes in their low teens kind of ages, 13, 14. And he's picked as one of the scribes to make a map of the world. And the race to make a map. And there's 3 books in this series. And again, you want to get all 3 of them because they end in cliffhangers, and the 3 together are one story. So, but they are really, really, I enjoyed them a whole lot. And then we'll jump to an activity thing. This is foil. It's got foil sheets and regular sheets, and then it's got a book that shows different things that you can make with them, and it's really fun. And it's got 40 pieces of foil, 10 sheets of sticker cards, the 16-page book, and then this is a nice plastic cover that keeps the things in it. So it's fun. Let's see here. What else have I got that I could show? Here's a peek inside animal homes. It's got like stables, and then you can open this up and see the horses, and let's see here, the foal, little barn cat here, and it's got here out in the woods. Oh, this one's in the desert, and it's termites, their homes. And then we've got under the sea, got different little critters under the sea and where they live. So it's just goes through a bunch of different animal homes and who lives there. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the white plains. The white plains are really big. I was surprised when I saw how big they are. This is their standard white plain book. This one's lowercase letters. It comes with the marker. And of course you can get other dry erase markers also, if you wanted to. Like one of my customers gets the cards, and then she just gets all of her kids' markers and just deals cards out, and so they all get to use them at once. So this is lowercase letters. It has them kind of separated by what kind of strokes they use. And it has room to practice. It goes through all the different letters. And in the back it has them all in alphabetical order for just further practice. And it's wiped clean, so it can be used over and over and over and over. Got that one, and then starting times tables for learning and practicing the times tables, because times tables are very important. It has 100 monster fish, so as the basic how that does. And I have one more, which is the doodles. And this practices pen control, and it's just fun. It has like following the shapes or filling them in, however you want to do. Draw patterns on. Make your houses. You can practice, get different colored markers and practice coloring in the lines if you want to do, or just make different patterns. Doodle and play and draw whatever they want to, and that just gives them practice in drawing what they want to. Let's see here. I probably have something else here. I've got lots of books. Here's another activity book, cut and color playbook. This has got 4 different multi-layer scenes that you create. Each page has a place to color, places to cut, so that when you finish, the 8 pages of this work together to make a cohesive scene. And then when they're done with the 4 scenes, the 4 season scenes, then they can come back to the back. There's 4 pages where they make their own cut and color scene with their 4 pages. It gives it ideas how to cut it to make it line up properly. And the ones where you're supposed to cut a lot of it, they put a hole in the middle so that you don't have to try to poke through the page, it's already poked through. So that's really fun. Oops, there's over here. Almost. Let me just get one more thing, 2 more things here. First, the travel games pad. This is games to play in the car. Travel bingo, rocket Sudoku, just different things to find and do while they're in the car. So if you travel a lot and you need to keep kids busy, this is an excellent way to do it. And last one I'm going to show right now is one of our That's Not My books, because they're cool. And of course, me being who I am, I'm going to do That's Not My Penguin. And each one of these has this little mouse that's looking for his whatever it is. There's 50 of these books now, so the 50th one was Unicorn, which is really, really cool. So everyone has a little mouse, and then it starts off, That's Not My Penguin. Its tummy is too fuzzy, and then the tummy has a fuzzy spot on it so you can feel it. And then it'll have several other things. You know, this one has its feet are too rubbery, and their feet, they feel rubbery. And then at the end, it always ends with That's My Penguin, and then why, and also has a touchy-feely spot. So they're very, very cute books. And I think that'll be all for now. It's been fun, and let me know if you want any more help or you want to see anything else. Bye.